Seriously, I had a whole song planned out, and you jumped the stinking gun. Well, forget it. I'll save it for tomorrow.
Sorry.
Adam Manguda is here with his friend, Greg. Let's do this thing we like to call Tears of Joy.
Picking from the top options at a few different levels of the DraftKings Tiers contest. Adam, Tier 3, who's your guy here?
I'm going to go with Javi Baez here. I mean, I got a man crush on this guy, and he seems to crush Jameson Taillon here. So for me, he's my guy. No question about it. Think about these numbers. In his career against Taillon, 10 for 16, 625 batting average, 2 homers, 5 RBIs, 6 extra base hits. Enough said. I don't want to go anywhere else but Baez tonight.
Enough said. I like it. Greg, Tier 3, who are you going with?
Well, first, could you guys practice your synchronized singing more during the breaks?
Dude, most of the time,
I'm sorry. We were like 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, we're a little off today. We're a little off.
I'm sorry. Tier 3.
All right. Well, for me in this tier, I'm going to go with David Dahl. I really want as much exposure to this Colorado offense as possible. 5.9 projected runs for the night, by far the highest on the slate. Obviously, Coors Field, huge for hitters. And if you look at Dahl, all of his successes come at home. 206 batting average on the road, 325 at home, and he's done really well against right-handed pitching this year with 112 WRC+. So I'm going to go with David Dahl here.
Greg, take a trip down to Tier 4 with me, buddy. Who tickles your fancy?
Ooh. I'm going to go with Nolan Arenado here. Tier 4 kind of just seems way too low for Arenado. We talked about him earlier as being one of the highest priced hitters on the slate. So it's a little weird to me that we'd have somebody who's super expensive in terms of the regular DraftKings pricing, and then all the way down at Tier 4 for the tiers pricing. So Nolan just kind of screams value from this spot. If you look at home, 42 of his 71 extra base hits have come at Colorado. And then also, it's just like I said before, 5.9 implied runs for the night. So give me more Rockies exposure.
All right, Adam, who do you have a man crush in, or on rather, in Tier 4?
Love my man, Mr. Benintendi up in Boston.
Oh,
again.
yeah.
You got to take into account, the hope that he's going to play 9 innings tonight. The Red Sox obviously have nothing to play for. I am concerned, although we talked about Arenado before, about him at home, not at home, but just in general, 50 points lower batting average in the second half. But Benintendi has hit Bundy well in his career, 308 batting average, 400 on base percentage. He's taken him deep once. That Orioles bullpen is terrible, so if they can get into that bullpen early, that just means more at-bats for Benintendi against that bullpen. And some of the other guys in this tier, I don't trust any of the Yankees right now. Stanton's been in a major slump. Judge coming back from the injury. Is Tyler O'Neill going to get all those at-bats tonight? So for me, Benintendi's a pretty safe play. I'd roll with him tonight.
Is he pretty safe in your opinion, Greg, Benintendi?
No, not really. I'm going to go with Edwin Encarnacion here. He is who tickles my fancy in this tier. So look at Encarnacion. Maybe a lot of people might think like, oh, he's going up against a right-hand pitcher, so I don't really want exposure to him. But Encarnacion's been a reverse splits guy this year. He has a 100 WRC plus against left-hand pitching, but 119 WRC plus against righties. So better against righties than lefties. And there's a lot of home run upside here for Encarnacion. Over 30 home runs this year, 7th consecutive season with over 30 homers. So that's where we get a lot of our DraftKings points from. Give me Encarnacion.
Wow, Greg kind of jumping the gun already into Tier 5. So Adam, who are you taking from Tier 5?
I'm actually going to take Matt Carpenter. I passed on him, I believe, last week, and it kind of blew up on my face, so I'm going to go back to him tonight. He's also 3 for 8 in his career against Dan Jennings, the pitcher, tonight. I'm actually concerned about a lot of these guys that are in this tier, and Encarnacion being one of them. He's only 1 for 11 in his career against Covey, the guy pitching tonight. Springer and Altuve haven't had success against Marco Estrada, despite him basically serving up batting practice this season. And Josh Donaldson's only 0 for 2 in a small sample size. So for me, Carpenter's still playing for the most out of anyone in this slate. The Astros have obviously clinched, and Encarnacion and the Indians are basically clinched. Maybe they get pulled out early. Donaldson as well. So for me, Carpenter's going to be in there. He's leading off as always. So for me, he's the player tonight.
All right, before you two peace out, let's hit us with your slate-approved pick. So your lock of the night, Greg.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Corey Kluber here. I know that earlier Adam said that he's a little concerned about Kluber potentially coming out of the game early, except this isn't really that much of a concern for me. If you look at last year, they let Kluber regularly throw 7-8 innings down the stretch of last year, and 3 of his last 4 starts, he's gone for 31-plus DK fantasy points. So while the Indians don't have anything to play for, they still kind of seem like they want to throw their starting pitchers out there to get them reps before the playoffs.
Wow, that sounds pretty convincing to me, Greg. What about you, Adam?
I think anytime you could get the 29th highest priced player at a position, and these are his last 5 games, you got to do it. 31 points, 22 points, 21 points, 16 points, 16 points. An average of 21.2 points For me, that's Tommy Pham, the outfielder from the Rays. They're still playing really hard to close out the season. And if you could get him for one of your outfield spots as being the 29th overall, you're going to be able to buy up at other places to get a guy like Kluber or an Arenado. So for me, it's Tommy Pham as the core piece to my puzzle tonight. Hope that works out for everybody else as well.
All right, great job by both of you this evening. We appreciate it. We'll catch you guys back here tomorrow, 6 o'clock Eastern time, like every day. Back for one more go-around now with Jeff Reed and Ryan Noonan of the Quant Edge. And we